Hi everyone, I'm Priya. Welcome to SA's Bopal's Back to School podcast, where memories, milestones, and meaningful conversations will come alive. Today, we're thrilled to welcome back one of our own, an inspiring alumni who's making waves in the healthcare world. Let us give us a big SAS welcome to Vishakha Tanwar.
Thank you so much for having me here. I'm so happy, Pia.
Thank you for joining us here today. I'm really looking forward to hearing all about your journey from being a student here to everything you're doing now.
I am the batch of 2018. It's been 6 years from school that I've passed, and yeah, being a student was easier, Pia. And now that I see myself working and being in this profession, I see the world is really harsh. We were protected really well from our school teachers and our admin people. Everything around us was really secure. Now that being professional, you will also be going to the same lane someday. And this is a harsh world, it's a cruel world, but healthcare somehow has kept me very grounded because we deal with people with various diseases which have no cure, right? And a part of it is also digital healthcare. AI integration these days is doing crazy. Yeah, that is how the whole point is. It's a roller coaster.
So, tell us something about where you are in your career right now.
I'm a healthcare consultant from past 2 years. Cellstar, I'll talk about my baby right now. And we have curated Cellstar from the scratch. Yeah, it's been a year. We came up with this project last year, right? And in today's world, if I see, there are diseases which have no cure. And in the medical world, there are possibilities that advanced science can bring in the future, the potential future. And that's where I see the healthcare 10 years from now, because I always wanted to be a part of healthcare. And that's where I realized that we have so much branches around. We have so much to dig in. And then I found stem cells, advanced science, and in the entire history, entire geography about it. That's where Cellstar came into picture, and we have a team of 5 people. There are a few doctors from San Diego as well. People are globally together in this particular field. People from Greece, people from Europe, people from parts of America and India, of course. So we have an entire team with us in this particular project that we're launching very soon. Stem cells aligned with healthcare and skin, hair, rejuvenation. It's a part of entire, it's a whole solar system.
So, how did you figure out your own path and what to choose after 12th?
Trust me, the entire process of choosing what and what not after 12th was itself so tiring. I was a science student, so I was always told to do MBBS or something that is related, usual, maybe dentistry or maybe physiotherapy. It is such a monotonous work, and trust me, I couldn't do this NEET wala process. It was just too much for me. I was always into the perspective of business, and I wanted to do business in healthcare. I was wanting to do this entire perspective of business, like I told you. And there where I heard about biotechnology and that particular field, technology and biology together. That is what intrigued me as well. So that particular time I was wondering that what other branches do we have in science, and that's how I realized that there are options. There is BSc, then you have MBA after that. You have the world in front of you. And yeah, I just kept on going. I didn't leave my healthcare, that I kept on going for the entire journey of my 6 years after school.
So, what's the first memory that comes to your mind when you think of Shanti Asiatic School?
long assemblies. So the assembly was my favorite part, and the sports period. Now, so I think Redwoods is completely well grounded and constructed. Back then, when I was in school, it was entire to us. Like the entire Redwood was to us. We used to play, hide, laugh, crawl. It was to us. Yeah. And we used to convince our teachers, like 2 to 3 periods. We used to convince them that agla period sports hai, aap proxy laga do, aap mat aana. We used to do that really well, and yeah, that is my favorite memory. Playing volleyball, assemblies, the drama in assemblies. Oh God, it was really good. Yeah, very nostalgic. Except the days when I used to conduct assemblies, that time it has to be very serious. That time nobody should be here and there. But when I was not the part of assembly, it was like I'll make everybody go here and there. Shanti Shetty gave me my roots. And no tree without roots is a strong tree, right? So that is how it is. Anywhere, even till date, when I go to seminars, this particular SEM, that particular SEM, globally in the world, I am only talking about my school, because people, I don't know, people have this particular thing that yeah, school was good, but mine was my home. And yeah, so Shanti Shatik is the reason where I am today.
Were you always this focused in school, or were you the fun one?
No. I was a fun one. I became focused later on because I had no choice. The world was very cruel, like I told you. School, I was never grown up in the school. I don't know why I behaved like an immature kid even when I was in 12th. But when it came to academics, I slowly and gradually grew with it, because I remember when I repeated my 5th standard, I told you I repeated my standard. So I was not well spoken. I had this problem in grammar and literature, both Hindi and English. So I was this सारा ज़मीन वाला बच्चा जिसको लिखना तो आता था पर बोलना नहीं आता था. So I used to do the stay backs. मैंने इतने घंटे लाइब्रेरी में गुजारे होंगे. And you know Ranjit sir? Yeah, Ranjit sir has been there since day one. Yeah, and Ranjit sir and we made this entire giant thinking tree, which is, yeah, we made that.
That's yours.
Yeah, we made that. And there were a bunch of students, we were like 6 people. And that thinking tree, we made the first banana, first banana, that first apple, the mango that the initials, that is my mango. Yeah.
So nice.
Yeah, that was my
this
first
is so nice
book.
to find out.
I started reading with Ranjit sir. Ranjit sir taught me one-to-one words, like he taught me how to put together words. So library was my favorite place, and just in front of library we have computer lab. Yeah, that was my favorite. Shilpi ma'am, she's not there right now, but me, Shilpi ma'am, Ranjit sir, we were the favorite duo. Like we would just stay back and have fun in the school, because anyways we were so less. So it was our home. So I told you, no. So library was my favorite place, and that is how I started learning literature really well, both in Hindi and English. But I really caught up on English very well because of Ranjit sir, and I give this to him. So yeah, that is how I was. Fun, but initially with every class, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, I was really good in 8th standards, and it became better. And in 10th, it was competitive. All my friends, we were very, very competitive. My group was really competitive. But healthy competition. Yeah, but very healthy competition. There was not this instinct that why are you going ahead of me, which people of these days usually have. My younger one is in 12th standard right now. He is in, Sujal, yeah.
How sweet.
Yeah, he's in commerce right now. So he's also grown in Shanti Shatik. Yeah, he was in senior KG since
2 generations.
Yeah, since Shanti. Yeah. We owe to Shanti a lot. But that's how it is. So every class helped me grew better, bigger. And yeah, the picture is here now.
The Shanti Shatik effect.
Yeah, the Shanti Shatik effect.
So what do you think is the biggest challenge in building something of your own?
Growth often comes disguised in discomfort. And it's just not hard, it's just new, you know.
It's a really good mindset to have.
Yeah, it is just new. People in this world of 9 to 5, they're so trapped. So was I initially. And you just don't know that your potential that you hold inside you is bigger than the picture that you see outside. Yeah, and this is the mindset that we in school also didn't have, because we were protected really well. We were always thrown out of our comfort zones.
Very coddled.
Yeah, very. And take it as your favorite subject or the subject that you don't like. But you have to pass that, no? To pass the next class. So this is the same picture, Priya. Such mein. I was into this 9 to 5 choral, and I had a good time period to think about this to myself. Then what better can I do into this particular field? Because I told you, healthcare will not leave. And if not this, then what next? Healthcare only gave me healthcare.
So how'd you get out of that rut?
I was in Zydus, and there I met a couple of doctors who were doing stem cells for extensively a decade. Yeah, very low-key, because, you know, the world around doesn't accept. Yeah, they don't accept the new perspective that easy. And especially people in traditional medicine. Because traditional medicine is a lot of money and a lot of queue. Lamba OPD chalta hai. So they don't want to give that particular break that, you know, there's something new and that is going to break this traditional medicine. And it's just not about that, but talk about the advanced science, something that is going to be futuristic. AI is futuristic, so is stem cells. And that's how I figured out that it will come to you. And that is what I understood in disguise, that the biggest point of concern when you're doing something new is that it is actually going to make it possible and figured out one day. And yeah, that's slowly and gradually it came to a point, to a certain extent, people were being treated well. People were responding to the medicine that we were giving
That's
to them.
impressive.
Yeah, and after COVID, this has become acceptance that people would want to go to any extent to figure out if their health can be vulnerable, because they just want to be fine and fit. And when everything is done and they give up on everything, they find something that at last can save them. That is how I figured out that this is going to work for me.
What are the visible changes that you can see in the school today compared to your times?
Massive. I went to school last to last Saturday to meet my teachers, and it was like a whole. I was like, what is this world I've entered into? New buildings,
Non-recognizable.
infrastructure has gone insane. ICSE board, oh my god. I mean,
Been a lot
that
of
is a lot,
changes.
yeah. That is a lot. People are giving much importance to ICSE and IB board these days. But I can see CBSE walo ka building has also become very advanced and technologically. Smart boards, oh my god, that is such a great equipment to be adding on to. So to a certain level, there were only few classes that we had it back in that time. Now I can see all classes have it from the first floor, ground floor. That is technologically so advanced. And the sports arena, the equipment, everything is just so new. The skating ring, yeah, that's such massive skating
What
ring.
was there when you were there?
We had
What did you have?
all the ground games.
So all the courts are new.
The courts are new. The basketball court is such a new and big one. Volleyball court is there. We didn't have the court. We had this ground. We had this corner for volleyball. जहाँ पे बीच में बस एक वो लगा रखा था, and we didn't have the court. So now
Makeshift.
Yeah. But I have to give this to school that they have done it really good in the command of sports. No, the skating ring, the basketball ring, the box cricket pitch. Yeah, people I'm sure are enjoying it. People outside are paying for it. You know, school has it.
You also come along sometime.
Yeah, I will. The corridors were the same, the walls were the same. But so much of greenery, so much of coordination in between the sports faculties and the entire arena of sports, the entire volleyball, basketball. That particular part had so much of coordination. We didn't have that. But this school particular gives a lot to curriculum. And that is where it left an impact on us, no? The alumni. Even in outside, look at you. The media PR community is doing so good on internet and worldwide. Yeah, I'm watching all this thing, Prabhat and ye sab doing great. Like you guys are coming very good on internet, you know. We can see your work from there.
It's so sweet you were updated with us.
Yeah, we used to do great projects as well, but हमारा कुछ online नहीं आया था. That time was different. The generation that we have today in school to the generation that we've passed through is different. People are more capable of thinking. They have an extensive world to themselves. I was afraid to put a leg forward than to my comfort zone. Students these days are not. They'll do it and they'll think about it next, which has both pros and cons. But yeah.
So how do you view the current state of healthcare in India, and what changes do you see coming in the next 10 years?
Usually this question comes with a negative impression in India, Indian mindset, but it's very surprising, to be honest. From my eye, if I see this, India has a lot of potential. India is doing wonderful in terms of healthcare, especially the sector of Gujarat. And the entire bank, the northern and the western bank, is coming to Ahmedabad for treatments. Ahmedabad is great at health sector. Let's talk about this on an India level. India has done extensively great post-COVID, pre-COVID in the last 6 to 7 years in healthcare especially, and the amount of potential that we hold globally is amazing. We have norms, we have a diversion, we have great people working in healthcare, we have great doctors working in healthcare. And you know, people globally are respecting the Indian healthcare market. The academic level that we're providing, the extensions of branches that we provide in healthcare, it's amazing. It's just beyond MBBS and MD, you know. Traditional medicine has its own approach to watch through, but Indian market globally is going beyond its own diversion. And that's how I see it. It's just beyond my eye. And yeah, that's amazing.
How do you think AI is changing the future of healthcare?
AI is the future anyways. What healthcare? Healthcare is a part of this future. I was just telling this to a friend of mine yesterday, like on dinner table, that dude, did we all really do it without AI like 2 years back? Seriously, without ChatGPT and other stuff? Because we're also dependent on them these days, and in a good way. Even if we talk to ChatGPT or they own something personal, she's going to give you a good answer. So when it comes to something professional, it is definitely going to give you an extensive answer. And it is just not about answers and making the work easier in the end. It is about actually making out something sensible of AI. It is a human-based machine in the end. We are giving it the prompt. It is giving us the prompt answered back. But who is making the prompt? We humans, right? So that is the future. It is going to come out massive, and healthcare along with it is going to give crazy results. It is going to save so much of time. Simply, we were in robot surgeries, we were in extensive all the digital machines and everything for operations and all of that. Traditional medicine again, laboratory works, vaccine world. Yeah, just talk about the import export vaccine logistics world in healthcare, because the biggest laid back attitude in healthcare was to reach out to the certain place on time, accessible, which AI is doing wonderfully, very well. It is actually very efficient because it is saving time of so many hardworking people, scientists and all globally. AI is the best thing that has ever happened to humans.
What skills will students need in a world of AI and technology?
See, AI, I just told you, it's a human-based technology. The only skill that you really need to work and be efficient on AI is see the world with an extensive eye. Just don't only focus on, okay, I need this particular answer right now. ChatGPT, what, make an Excel sheet, make a spreadsheet, just give it to me, a Word file maybe. This is the least use of AI. You're only using AI for a short period of time, that one particular task that you've been given. And the worst is you don't even save the entire cosmic graph of AI in a way that it has to be used. Technically, if you see, if you need to know AI languages, obviously. AI integration is very important. Prompt learning is very important. People don't know how to use AI properly. Very specific. Very specific. It is going to give you one question, 1,000 answers. You need to pick which is the best for you, in what situation. So that is just a generic way of.
It's up to you how you utilize it.
Yeah, it is a generic way of using AI, which is actually a smart way. That is what is AI for in this world, no, to make our work easier. So make it easier for you. Don't make it complicated. And if we talk about technologically and technically, to be precise, AI has this 4 extensive languages, but just know the basic 2. AI integration, very important, and SQL. So you will be able to work in efficient way. Yeah, you'll know your way through AI in that particular. Yeah, that's helpful. You should know AI languages, and I suggest this to all my friends watching this podcast and to everybody around the globe, that even if it's not your field, AI is something that you should know. You should know AI languages. Learn this around. You have so many crash courses. You have so many courses around. You have so many websites nowadays teaching you for free. Yeah, it is very accessible. Even people can utilize their free time by using AI in the right place. So even UP, I will suggest you to, this is a 12th standard, and this is a very massive world after 12th. So just learn your 4 basic languages wherever you are at.
If you want to give one advice to 12-year-old Vishakha Tanwar, what would it be?
Very emotional question, by the way. That don't be afraid of going where you're supposed to be going. And if it's meant for you, it will cross 7 heaven, it will come to you, will find you. Trust me, the little Vishakha in me, which I see myself today as well when I see in the mirror, she was afraid, she was naive. I can remember my teachers, my school, the corridors I walked into. I've never been into a place in my life after school, like in my college, I did my post-graduation, I did my master's, and I did so many fellowships around in the world actually. But the amount of respect that I have for that particular small Vishakha and the teachers that were around me, it is massive. They literally protected us, and we were very small to understand कि भाई क्या हो रहा है दुनिया में, and what is the world is going to be look like.
That you're old enough to understand?
Yeah, very extensive, but genuinely, I would not want a thing to be changed about myself, and building something of my own at this age was again a challenge. But if that Vishakha would have changed, वो बदल जाती, तो आज ये कुछ भी नहीं होता. And yeah, one timeline here and there, I wouldn't meet one single person in my life in the time zone that I met. My friends, my teachers, my people around, everybody here and there, if I would change 1% in my behavior, in my entire personality, yeah, it is who made me today, who I am. And yeah, I'm very, very thankful to that 12-year-old Vishakha. And I will always be that, bro, that what you were has actually been very wonderful to me.
What advice would you give to students who want to go into healthcare?
Be strong-headed to face it. It's not like it's not for the sensitive ones, but be very strong-headed for the opinions in healthcare, and your heart and mind has to be aligned. You are going into the world of seva. Though it has only 4 letters, but it is a very big word. Seva itself is a very devoted, prominent thing to do. You have to be very extensively grounded. Firstly that, academic, technology, everything will follow. but you have to be very grounded and giving. Whatever they bring, people in disease and disguise are all vulnerable, they are very emotional. अगर आप किसी को 2 शब्द मीठे बोल दोगे ना, उसकी आधी बीमारी तो वहीं खत्म हो जाएगी. सबसे बड़ी बेस्ट चीज़ वही होती है. Even doctors say this, but people collectively in healthcare have to be that sensitive. So you have to be very giving in terms like to be a part of healthcare, and of course great academics. Great academics is okay, you can be an average student and still do excellence. I was one of them. I was an average student, I was not the bar high, but I was very smart, I was street smart. This is a very trickster wala business. It's not going to go down. No, you will go down if you don't go with it. You know, mentally you have to be very strong, and practicality is the key to healthcare. That is my only suggestion.
And what is one thing parents should focus on while guiding their children?
That they're individuals. They are their own superstars and rock stars. You give them birth, give them the wings to fly. And here my father, he is giving that to me. Never ever from the school he told me that why are you doing that, why are you doing that. I realized that later on what biology actually looks like, but my father was like, do whatever comes to your heart. Not that we watched Tare Zameen Pe and became this particular family, no. He was a very extensively open person. He wanted me to do what I wanted to do, because he was like, do whatever but don't lose your charm. Be happy in what you're doing, and that's how parenting is very effective in a child's life. So I took my dad's advice and I wasn't part and loop of 9 to 5. I did my own research and I did my own thing. Never ever he gave me any funding though. You know, charity begins from home, but never from my home. No, he is like, figure out that part as well. It was very extensive to me. And government is helping, government subsidies are helping, government is paying 2 to 3 CRs for startups in healthcare. You just have to have great ideas. Trust me, it is waiving off the taxations for 3 years. You can come to an ROI of 1 year and then start figuring out if you want to repay. Doob gaya to doob gaya, there is no reliability. Government is putting money in your ideas, you just have to figure out what works for best for you, yes. So let the parent give you the wings and government give you the money. You will fly.
So the first game we have for you is this or that. It's basically what would you choose? Okay, we'll start?
Yeah.
Fine. Morning revisions or late night studies?
Late night.
Homework or surprise test?
Surprise test.
1 hour lunch break or 1 hour games period?
1 hour games period.
Would you rather give your board exams again or relive the first day of school?
First day of school.
And lastly, health or wealth?
Wealth.
So next up, we'll throw a school word at you and you'll respond with the first thing that comes to your mind. Okay? And it has to be quick.
Done.
Okay. Recess bell.
Dead.
Monday morning.
Sad.
Assemblies.
Ah,
Last bench.
too good.
Annual function.
Lovely.
Library period.
Peace.
Friends.
Love.
PTM.
Fun.
And last word, last day of school.
Very emotional. The entire alumni series is such a great idea to bring in the people back home, and such an effective way to bring us the entire perspective of all alumni and connect them with the student of today. I'm genuinely very happy to be a part of this entire podcast series.